It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. How long have you been in business with the home service VA?
So we started, I think, in February. We started talking about it in January and a little before, but really we were up and running. Like mostly we were working on that class, like I said. So taking all the systems we had been working on or that we'd used and putting them into this class, but then it really became like the business after that because we kept helping people with their VAs. Mm-hmm. And I think we started like really paying, like, I think it was back in June, maybe that we started, May or June, but we've had clients all through. It's just, we've only taken a set number because the way I look at it is it's an experiment. And until I have it perfect, not that it'll ever be perfect, but I want it to be as smooth and as good as it can be. And anybody who's worked with us knows that not everything was smooth, but we keep working until we get it there. So
you can't make an omelet. You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, Melody.
That's right.
So I saw you. I mean, I saw you down at the huge convention, but we got to talk a lot about this in like early mid-May at the Clippa conference.
Yeah.
So since you guys got going, there's probably like a pre-question to this question. And the pre-question, I meant like throw out, but don't answer it. The pre-question would be, do you keep in touch with your clients? And you can like weave that into your answer here. Like once you place somebody, what is your follow-up process like? How do you stay in touch with them? The question that I was actually burning to ask, but kind of like requires that first to be asked is like, what's the coolest story you've heard so far from your client about the gains that they've gotten from having that VA?
Okay, well, the first question is that, the first question's answer is that we do stay in touch. We try to stay in touch. Right now, what we've been doing is setting up the like forward moving, what's it called when you it's past 9 something here. So my brain is the words, gone.
It's past 10 something there now.
What? Really? Great.
Well,
okay.
I think it's 9:13 where I'm at, and you're an hour ahead of me. So you're like 10:15. It's past your bedtime.
Well, and I've been drinking the alcohol, so that doesn't help. But
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. So anyway, so we do try to stay in touch, but it's kind of like I'll check in, I'll poke people. I've poked Mark a couple of times. I'll just make sure people are doing okay because I tend to feel like if nobody talks to me, then something is wrong.
Yeah.
Whereas most other people feel
it's
like
the other way. It's usually the other way around. Like
yes,
people won't
I
tell
know,
you when something's good, but they'll let you know when something's wrong.
Yeah, and I feel like, oh my gosh, I wonder if everything's going horribly all the time. That's just my mentality that I'm trying to always fix. But I always like to check in and make sure that it's going okay. And certainly there are people who have, it is a struggle as a business owner to train somebody, to work with somebody and be consistent in general. And that goes for whether you have in-person employees or VA. But I think the more consistent you are, the better. So as for the best story, I'm really trying to think because I'm suddenly like have no head thoughts.
But like you already kind of like hit one with Mark getting a VA going right before he had his first kid, which is pretty phenomenal. Like more phenomenal than he probably now I'm sure he recognizes, but at the time was just like I'll be fine, like it's cool whenever we get to it type of thing. That's pretty dynamite.
I'm trying to think. Honestly, I would say that the first VA that we hired, Sheila, for my old company, she had worked all over the world. She had worked in, I think, Dubai. She was working, I think, in Australia or New Zealand. She was working in New Zealand, I think, for 6 years before she came on board. She had to go home to the Philippines for her family. And so she had all these experiences in the business world, plus a bookkeeping background. And she's a bookkeeper. So she
That's
also
my kind of gal right there.
She's awesome. She does a lot of stuff, but she, I think that relationship right there, because it's been, probably 6 months now since we've put that together. she's just so integrated in their business and such a part of what they do. And they really, they love her. That's the story to me that always means a lot, is when people like get into these relations, because to me it's a relationship. Like, it's not about just the transaction of money, it's giving back time to somebody. I have a daughter who's 22, I have a son who's 12. And when I was younger, I was not a recovering workaholic, I was a regular workaholic.
Yeah,
and
you were
I had to.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to work a lot when I was younger, and I was growing up with my daughter because I'm practically 22, right? So anyway, the point is I missed a lot of that time because I couldn't even appreciate it at the time, because I was, who's that? Who is that?
I don't know. What was that?
I don't know. That was weird. But anyway.
I thought it was on your end, but you're looking
at me. Oh my gosh,
like
it is. Is that you, Sophia? I think it's my daughter. So the point is that I understand when I'm raising my 12-year-old what I missed from my daughter. Sophia, are you here?
What did you miss?
Come here. Come say hi.
What did you miss that from?
Okay, just come here. Tell them how good a mother I am.
Hi, Shawnee.
I'm on bookkeeping, beer, and BS.
Oh, that's why you're drinking beer.
Yeah, I'm drinking beer.
Mom, there's not much I can do.
Just come here. Come sit. This is my little baby. Ow, Sophia. That's
Hello.
Dan.
A cameo, Sophia.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just
Good
got
appearance.
It's so rainy.
We heard you and we were like, what is that?
Oh
noise?
my God, the spider. Have you
Okay.
seen how big that thing is out there?
No.
Biggest spider I've ever seen in my life.
What does it have to do with bookkeeping?
Oh.
No, it's just the BS part.
Yeah,
That-
that's the BS part.
The bookkeeping is mostly the irrelevant part of bookkeeping, beer and BS. The beer and the BS is that's the sweet
Yeah.
spot.
So I mean, she still likes me enough, so that's good. You can have it.
How do you do that? I don't know how to do that. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. I don't know how
No,
to
no,
have
no.
them like me.
I'm 22.
She's 22 and she's
I know,
just
like-
on the curb.
Okay.
Just
I
now.
feel is it I feel like same age for me. I was like, oh shit, my parents were like right about everything, and I probably owe them some apologies, and I probably owe them some beer back that I took when I was not supposed to take it. Is that kind of your experiences? Like once they start paying some bills on their own and they hit their 20s,
I
they're like,
feel like it when they have their own kids that you'll get those apologies.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's where it comes.
You have a little bit of time.
I'm
But
not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, so what I was trying to say though is that, the time part, we do not get that back. And as somebody who loves to work, like, I don't know, it's a psychological issue. It's what keeps my mind busy, right? So I don't have to think about all the other stuff in the world. But there is a lot of other stuff in the world that we can be enjoying, or the higher parts of our business that we could be growing if we just gave up all of the little tasks that anybody can do. So that's kind of what my point was, is daughter.
Delegate.
Delegate.
Delegate.